please rise and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. First thing on our agenda tonight, we have approval of minutes, public and non-public, from August 11th.
I'll make a motion to accept approval of minutes for public and non-public from August 11th.
Okay. Do a second?
Second.
Okay, Don seconds. All right. Any comments, questions, concerns, or anything, corrections, or anything like that for the minutes? I didn't see anything. I double checked that we added that bus stop for the vote and everything, so that was it. All right. All right, seeing no further comments or anything else, all those in favor of approving the minutes from August 11th, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Abstain. Public comment at this time. Hello. Well, yeah, I thought, yeah, what's up? Just state your name just so that we should be correct.
I'm just back because when we were here, we got, well, what we thought we got approved was pick up and drop off at our house, and then I got the school bus schedule and it was drop off at Jake's. So we're just back to kind of communicate further and hopefully get it approved for our address.
So I just looked at the minutes from our last meeting, and we specifically made the motion to add the stop 47 Route 118. Yeah, and I drove by it, and I'm like, yeah, there's no way kids should be there. So it should have been on there. I think there's probably some miscommunication. That's my guess. But Amanda, or Michelle, we're all good with getting that in there, because I noticed in the printed one it is not on there.
We do need board approval for that. I watched the board minutes. You only approved the AM drop-off. There was discussion about the kids crossing over from Jake's in the
I think there was some
afternoon.
confusion.
Yeah.
Because we were asked if we were okay with them crossing from the mailbox to the driveway, crossing the road one time.
Right.
And we said, yes, that was fine.
Right.
But then, I guess.
It would just be a
mistaken.
stop at 47
Correct.
in the morning and the afternoon.
Correct.
And the one crossing would be the time that the bus is not on the same side of
Correct.
the road as you are, yes.
And I think so there was some confusion on
That,
some part of that.
I don't know who had that.
Hold on, so I'm hearing, what I heard from the minutes is what I think I just heard from you, Tim. So right now, the morning is all set.
Yep.
The afternoon is the kids, all the kids would get off at Jake's,
No.
and then they would cross over.
No.
That's how it appears on the video, so we will need that
Okay.
amended.
Okay.
That's-
Yeah, because that's not how I remembered it.
Not only are
That
they
is,
crossing,
yeah, that's why we were confused.
But not only are they crossing, they're also walking down a really busy.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Yep.
No, we just want it flat out at a stop at 47, 118, AM, PM, period, right? Yeah. Okay, I'll make a motion.
That was the intent of that.
That was the intent, yes.
Yeah.
So to clear up any confusion from anyone's part, I'm gonna make a motion that we have 47 Route 118 to M8 for AM and PM as a new stop.
And
That was okay.
it was gonna be the last stop
Yep.
in the afternoon.
Yep.
First drop off,
Yep.
last
Last
stop in the
pickup.
morning, first drop off in the afternoon.
So it will slot before and after
Yeah.
70 Route 118 and Jake's. So just so we're all clear. Okay.
So it has to be the last stop in the afternoon,
Well,
First
so that they
stop.
aren't,
else is added.
so that they aren't crossing, because they can't stop that close to Jake's. It's like
They're not going
this
to
far,
take.
so they're gonna go down and then come back and then stop at their house.
No. They're just gonna go down 118, stop at their house. They'll put the stop sign out. The kids will walk across in front of the bus and cross to the house. Right? And then they will go down to
That
Jake's,
wasn't the
stop there.
That's
Wait,
not
so-
the-
That
Hold on.
was the end.
Hold
Wait a minute, wait.
Okay,
Hold on,
hold
hold on. Let
So-
me talk.
Morning's all set. So in the afternoon, I'm on the bus. You all would like the bus on its way to Dorchester to stop at 47.
Yes.
Okay,
That's
not
what
at
we
Jake's.
discussed at-
In addition
Okay.
to Jake's.
And then the bus would also stop at Jake's, with the understanding that the kids cross the road
Correct, one time.
one time in the afternoon.
At your house.
Gotcha.
At your house when the bus stops.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna have Sierra add on a stop at 47, 118 before it stops at 70, 118. And that's approved by the board.
Yes.
Yes.
But I
Well, we
think,
have a motion.
Well, we,
I also think it's important that we don't say last one first, because what if something else is added or whatever, like
Or,
is that gonna
it's just at 47, it's just 47's not on that side of the road, so I'm not sure how it's listed on the bus route.
Yeah, I'm not saying first and last, Lara,
Yeah,
I'm saying
okay.
47.
47.
Tim, you got it.
Yeah.
So do we need to list what the real place is that they stop, or do we
Just
list,
the address.
because it's
Yeah.
not on that side of the
Can
road?
we say across from 47?
They
Like, I
can
don't know how
stop.
how that happens. I
That's-
just wanna
I'm
make sure.
gonna ask Sierra to put 47 down and that should suffice.
It will suffice because that is the address and they can legally cross the bus
They
in
dropped
front of the
them off
bus.
there and picked them up there last year.
Yeah,
So-
with the bus stop sign on the side of the bus. Brewster, did you have a question?
Yeah, I do. Point of order,
Yes.
okay? I'm sorry, point of order. I'm sorry to be the judge here, but we're on public comment.
Right.
All right? Anything we want to do in regards to changing this is either you change the itinerary here and go to that, or whatever, but I'm not trying to be a jerk.
No, I know.
I'm just saying,
That's fine.
we need to change it. I thought we voted the way we voted to have that, because the way I interpreted it was, you know, we need to change this before I even go any farther, because we need to change the itinerary, because to vote on this, to even bring it up for discussion, okay? I understand where you're going for it, but you gotta, we're on public comment.
Right.
Anything we do on public comment, we usually discuss
We have to consider
down
it first.
Sure.
road here. That's all I'm bringing up. You can change whatever you want, but.
Okay, that's
Okay.
great. All right, then in that case, I'll table my motion and we'll bring it up later under bus routes update. We have the
Okay.
other approval for the three
Appreciate it.
stops. Okay?
Thank you.
Is that better? Okay, great.
Yep.
All right, anything else from people comment at this time? Okay, great. So we'll get that. That is it. Consideration of public comment.
So the consideration of public comment is that we will consider this during bus stops, right?
Yes.
Excellent.
Let us just get through this. All right.
I'm
Okay.
Sorry, folks.
No, I understand. My intent was to do it during consideration, but let's just do it after. We'll just get through this. All right, finance facilities report. We met on August 12th. You see our report in the packet, and I think in our agenda we have the school readiness report is new business, so we'll bring that back up. Then, where is there? Finance facilities there. We did not have a whole lot of stuff because we did talk about PFAS. That's what we were talking about. So, federal maximum levels for PFAS came in, have changed, and we are now required to come in at less than 4 parts per trillion, and we are at 6, right?
6 and 8.
6 and 8. So we need to be in compliance with this by April 27th. So there is a plan for filtration of the well water, and that's at this building, these two buildings, correct? These two buildings. So that is an update for that. They're working on a filtration plan. Should make the water taste better too. So that would be good. Anything else for finance facilities? Okay. Up next, we have joint loss management. Who was lucky enough to go to joint loss?
Amanda.
Me.
All right, how'd it go?
That was great. It was a very brief meeting. We discussed some workers' comp incidences and any other training. At this time, we just did not think that any of the workers' comp occurrences required more training. They seemed to be accidents or staff that was fully trained to handle disruptive kids, just unfortunate accidents and that. So that was about it.
Okay. Any questions for Amanda on that? All right, up next we have EIC.
Okay,
Man, take it away.
April.
Oh yeah, hit your mic there,
Sorry.
so folks at home follow along.
You got it.
Okay, April shared with us a couple of things. First of all, she shared the intentional use of the SAS interims and modulars to prepare students for testing, and showed us how each unit, the standards that were addressed in each unit, and that there was modular A and B, and a number of questions for each standard, and how they will include that with specific numbers for those standards. But it was pretty impressive. I mean, because of her math brain, it was really cool to see how she laid this all out. And I might have even been able to pass those math tests if somebody had done that with me way back when. But So she's done a whole lot of work, and that was really impressive. And then she presented historical enrollment data, which showed us, you know, how the numbers in the grades have changed over the years, looking at students who have left due to they've moved or they've been homeschooled or what was some of the juvenile institutions or dropped out. And it showed, you know, really specifically over the last few years how that has changed and the numbers of students each year, which, you know, it's too bad that we're losing kids, especially the kids who are going homeschooled, but that's just my own opinion, so. Anything else that you can think of?
What was the trend? What did it look like?
Oh, I mean, they definitely, you know, pretty even across the board, if I remember correctly, each year. Similar numbers, maybe not the same spots each place, but.
Yeah, April can share that with the board probably.
Yeah.
Send that out to all of us, just kind of that report, because it was interesting, and I think it would be good food for thought for a lot of the people on the board. Because there's some things you just can't do, you can't control, and, you know, some things are like, how can we address, you know, certain reasons kids are leaving or something like that, so.
Yeah.
And some you just can't change, like they just move, they move out of district, they move out of state.
Yeah,
You can't change that, you know, but.
Yeah, I think the one that might have a little bit better shot of having some impact on the policy decision would be the homeschool, the one people leaving the homeschool.
Yeah.
Because that's probably the most significant, as I recall, that was the most significant percentage.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think about the dropout rate, and I think that, you know, teachers should be, when they put in all that effort to like support these kids in every single way, like even if we don't see, it's not like a tangible number, like it makes a difference. It's huge when you like support kids in the school, even if they're not like excellent students, if they have challenges here, like if you're helping them at school to succeed in whatever way they can, I think that matters.
Absolutely. All right. Anything else, Diana?
No, I can't think of anything.
I think no. All right. Up next, we have communications. So Dawn, go ahead and take that away.
Yeah, I would just like to add that
Sure.
Tim is not listed, but he was also at the meeting.
That's true.
And then for anybody, yeah, we'll get to that. So we reviewed policy KVBA, which is the sign use down here, just to make sure that we had everything covered that we intended to, because there were some kind of nuanced events throughout last year that made the sign, but maybe the wording just wasn't on point to be able to include those. So we just updated that to make sure that we can include anything that really had to do with student events and programming. On the sign down there, I presented a brand, very, very 1-inch deep brand analysis, just kind of the first layer. I think if anybody has the burning desire to see that, Amanda has those and can send it out, but I mean, I identified probably what, 8 to 9 logos
At
that
least
just
that, just
are
that.
being used by the high school or clubs because of AI generating. Anybody who plugs into AI and says Mascoma Royals, and it's spitting out a new logo for every club, sport, name a thing. So we talked about what does it look like to try to get a cohesive brand for the district a little bit, but also putting just some language around, if you're going to use AI to generate, you must plug in the one sanctioned logo and give the prompt to do not modify this logo so that it's consistent throughout the district. So just trying to get our hands around that a little bit. Like I said, it was pretty surface. There's a lot of work to be done there, but just taking a crack at that to sort of mitigate that at this point. We have had on the agenda to do a SWOT analysis at the professional development meeting to kind of get feedback from the inside the building on what, you know, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, all of that is, and Joe's gonna try to lead that at the next one of those, which will give us, I think, some really valuable information about what people are feeling who are in this building day in and day out. Yeah, I think that was kind of the 30,000 foot view of that meeting. If anybody else who was there has anything to add.
I think that's it. We just kind of talked about that. And like I said, I didn't even remember the one that was on the seal of the school, the high school here. That one. And that's a whole nother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Any questions on that for communications? Okay.
Let me just jump in,
Yeah.
and I will say that we will add Dawn's stuff. I do have it. We will add it to the board packet
Okay.
so that it will be available for review.
Yeah, perfect, thanks.
In regards to the logo,
Yeah,
that's the first I've seen it, that's what,
mm-hmm.
I mean, Joe just showed it to me, so.
It's come up and down, it's come up here and there over the years, and we added it to our communications committee agenda, and so, yeah, talking about it.
And it ties in with one of the board goals that we've had for this year too.
Yeah. All right, up next, superintendent's report, Amanda.
So you do have my written report in your packet. I talk a little bit about the report that Matt's going to give you today. I talk about our back to school day for teachers. It was a rather long first day, but we do have a fair amount of in-person trainings that do need to occur. We are bound to do some of those mandatory trainings this year. The Professional Development Committee and the survey they sent out to staff requested that we move away from an online mandatory training platform and move to more in-person ones. Personally, I think sitting for 3 or 4 hours out of whack is a lot for teachers coming back, so we tried our best at a hybrid model. Some are available online, some we did at the first day back for teachers. We will also be scheduling the suicide prevention training, which is a 2-hour state mandated training for one of the early release days. We are still in process of figuring out how, we have a limited number of people that can be trained at one time, so some schools may have it on one early release day, some schools on another. But I think this hybrid model will probably work out best in the end. I don't know. I kind of liked doing the online trainings on my own time, so that is also available for people who are unable to participate in one of the full workshops that we offer. So I would say very nice day. It's always nice to welcome the teachers back. It's always nice to give out those service award pins to make sure that people know that, you know, they have 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 years of experience. Our largest person, years-wise, for years of service was Lisa Meyer this year, 40 years in. Unfortunately, Lisa couldn't be there yesterday, but I do believe Kamala took good care of her and got her pin right to her. So, always nice. It's always nice too to have the little things that we do for the district be appreciated. So.
All right, any questions for Amanda on that?
Amanda, how many new teachers do we have?
Oh, Diane.
Up quiz.
Quite a few.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, I can't really tell you, and I actually almost threw that paper into my my binder of guarded information, but I didn't. But give me a few minutes, I'll look it up. I'll let you know.
All right, cool. Yeah, I did see a lot of new faces, which is always cool to see.
I did have a question, and this is kind of just came to me too. If we're looking for, this is something maybe also for PD committee, but what if you know, say we were to have you know, an inclement weather day of some sort, would it be possible to open up some of those trainings to teachers during that particular day, so that, you know, they could potentially take them like during those days? This is just a thought that kind of just came to me. So
well, I don't want to make teachers drive in on those inclement weather days.
no, they would be like digital.
The online one.
Oh, they've asked for it to be less digital, more in
Oh, they've asked,
person.
okay.
Yeah, so otherwise, yes, I would
Okay.
provide it for them online. We try to get them done in October, and sometimes, you know, we do have an inclement weather day then, but yeah, that would certainly be a good way. We could leverage that on like a snow day. Thanks, Joe.
Okay, anything else for me? All right, business administrator's report. Michelle, how's it going?
Hi, so you have my report. I'm going to summarize this. It's one thing talking about last meeting. I asked to retain additional funds. I'm withdrawing that request after completing my year end. We're going to be looking at closer to 450 being able to be retained. So that's the amount, with approximately 480 going back to the towns. So that's what I've got in there. I'm currently working on the DOE 35, so I'll have that finalized number for you in September, but that's the number we're looking at.
Okay, so,
You don't need a, I mean,
I was gonna say, we don't
because
need,
you've already.
No, I believe you would have approved up to.
Up to, that's-
up
that was
to.
what I was
So
gonna say,
she's just, Michelle's just letting you know that we will not be requesting that full amount that we asked for last time. We want to make sure that we send back a healthy amount to the taxpayers. Michelle, how about talk about a little bit about our webinar today? Yeah, talk about that, Michelle.
We had a 3-hour webinar today about HB 1300 and
Oh.
564.
564.
Right? The tax cap and the SAU budget, which will be its own warrant article in March. It was a great training put on by Woodson and Drummond. Yeah, I think it was good. I think there were a lot more questions now that got raised, but if we went over in depth those two House bills and what that would look like. Should we have a tax cap get passed this November? So it will be on the ballot this November, as well as in November 28. The SAU budget for March is automatically on
Right,
the House
that's
Bill
right.
warrant article, but should the tax cap get voted down in November, will be.
do we still have to have the SAU vote regardless in March?
They have to vote on
Correct.
that warrant article, yes.
Yes, as a warrant article,
Yes.
yes, yeah, as its own warrant article,
As
that's a
its own
permanent change.
Yep, so I think it's gonna be very important to understand that HB 1300 pertains to tax, let's get this one 100% right. Overall tax cap on the school district, right, Michelle?
Yeah, that's the first part.
And then the second part is SAU central office expenditures.
6%.
A 6% of the total operating cost cap. So that will be voted on this fall in November. I highly suggest that the board hold a hearing to discuss that further. Peter Phillips, the attorney, is willing to come in and to educate you all because my head is still spinning from the 3 hours of it this morning. There was confusion among the lawyers that presented it as to exactly how the formula would run. So things need to be ironed out, but I think it's very important that we let the public know. It sounds great on paper, but it's not. It's really not. You know, in some of the language that we're bound to put on the ballot states that there's no impact on classroom experiences. That is absolutely false.
Right.
You can't start to add a tax cap
Right.
and then expect me to meet that tax cap, because if I can't give the teachers their raises contractually that I've already agreed to in negotiations
That the
that
voters
may have
approved.
passed, I have to cut teachers.
Right.
That means larger class sizes.
Right.
So it sounds great, the wording, the phrasing is great. I don't think they meant to harm classrooms, but it will, because there is no way around it. Special ed costs, right? We all know that special ed placements can cost upwards of $500,000. I have to provide for those. How do I provide for those? If I have cutting staff, right? So the tax cap question looks like it's going to, save taxpayers money. It's really going to hurt the public schools.
Yeah.
We're also in one, how do I word that? Those two things.
You get
are
2
in
for 1.
Two for one. So if you say yes, you're saying yes to both.
To both, that's right. And
There's
so,
no one or the other.
if your community votes down a tax cap, though, you still have to vote on the SAU budget separately in March.
In March, right.
So, yeah, the SAU
564.
budget has to be
Yep.
separately voted on from the district vote.
Correct.
Correct, yeah, so that's a change, so. I have already seen ads saying, pass your local school tax cap.
Yeah.
I've already seen ads against, telling people to, so it's crazy.
Oh, sorry, I have 2 questions. So you said number 1,
Did
we
you
had
make-
never gone past that cap, is that true?
So the cap right now, as
Your
legal
tenure.
explained it today, was 1 plus the cost of living, or what's it called? Cost of inflation,
Yep.
plus the net of new tax revenue, so new houses, like you put on a garage and your tax rate increases, so all of those things are also added in. So the baseline they were talking about looks like it would be a 4.6% budget increase. I have never even come close to that.
No,
I feel
we've
like
never come close to that.
we've been very fiscally responsible, and I don't ever think we need to come close to that. We've never, in my tenure, I think maybe we got close, 2.8% of an increase, and that's it. We try to keep this budget as level funded because I know what the tax burden is. However, you know, I don't know. I feel like our process is very transparent, very open. I'm very open with people of, I'm doing the best I can. I want to fund public schools, and I don't want to be out of control and crazy. I want kids, Scott's heard me say it a million times, if not once, that I want kids in this district to get what they need without being over the top. So we have never been close to a 4.6, and my guess is it's going to be closer to 5 when it's all said and done.
And
So-
isn't it still federal law that if we have a kid who needs special needs services, that they will get that through our district if they live in district?
You are correct.
So it sounds like they're kind of like hoping that like those costs will not go above.
Right.
Okay. I
And
mean,
You're understanding that.
I'm not trusting that our district and our budget committee is fiscally responsible.
It's either local control or it's not.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what is a strategy to reach out to the public about this?
So we'll start with the public hearing, and then we'll be looking, and certainly the legal advice was that here in these meetings, we can't persuade people to vote one way or the other, tell people how to vote, but we can certainly give information as to how this would be detrimental to our school.
That's right. So yeah, I think we should probably talk soon about a hearing date, because it will be October before we know it. But we should probably have it, if the intent is to get the word out to the public and talk about it in general, what that would specifically mean for our district. Because I think that's, you know, it'll look different in every single district, so you can't just go have like a blanket one. But yeah, we should probably get something in October for that, I would think.
Yep, we'll back it with the board meeting. I want to point out there are certain districts that have tax caps.
Yeah?
Franklin,
Newport?
Newfound does, I don't know about Newport. I do know Somersworth, Rochester. I know Dover had one, but their city council was pretty good about overriding it when needed. It's ugly in those districts.
Yeah.
It's ugly in those districts.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? Any other questions on that? Sure. Yes, Bruce.
Here we go. All right, I go back to Michelle real quick on this.
Oh, yes.
On this here.
Yeah.
Just, Michelle, explain to me real quickly. I only got a bachelor's degree and I ain't got a master's degree in finance, so you don't need the $300,000. That's what I'm reading on this? For the money you
Correct.
wanted?
Correct, we're not gonna retain that
You
additional.
don't retain that?
No.
So, in other words, it ended up being 450,000, so you ended up, previously we discussed 950,000. So you're sending back 480,000
Right.
to the towns.
Which is a
What-
typical on that.
What was it before? What was it before? Was it 300,000?
Yeah.
It was 300,000 more with,
We would have retained 300,000 more, the amount sent back to the towns would have been roughly the same. I think I was closer to 500,000, but
is
this
it? Okay. So I'm just trying to figure out, you didn't need the 300,000. So something comes up out of nowhere for that group, which we'll call it that group.
Oh, the out of place,
That
yeah.
that special ed group.
Yeah, sure.
Special ed group, that's how I want to put it. We have to go to that capital reserve section.
We do
correct?
have that, correct.
We had that sitting there, correct? It's all just a matter of just grabbing that if we need to.
If we needed to.
Okay, all right, that's all I need to clarify.
Excellent.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you, Bruce, for that question. That's good.
Try to explain, try to
No, I'm
understand.
not a math person either.
Well, I am too, but.
All right. Up next, bus routes update. Review for approval of additional bus stop requests. So I'm going to reopen my motion that we approve 47 Route 118, AM and PM drop off pickup. And we have a second. I'll second. All right. Do we have any further discussion? I want to be very clear that in the morning, so 47, you are on the opposite side from Jake's. So in the morning, you'll be picking up on the same side of your house. And then afterwards, in the afternoon, you'll be dropping off at 47, and the kids will get out of the bus and go across in front of the bus, and they'll wave at the bus driver. And everybody will be good. All right?
Yes.
Okay. Any further discussion on that? All right. All those in favor of adding that bus stop, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Abstentions. Thank you for your patience. I very much appreciate it. I'm so sorry about that. So, All right, well, hopefully, bright and early tomorrow morning, they'll be on the bus, excited for their first day, so. All right,
Bright and early.
bright and early.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, next one up, I'm just gonna go in the order that I opened them up in my email here. This is on M9, 116 Turnpike Road in Grafton. Sierra says she was able to add this to the beginning and the end of the M9 route. So I will make a motion that we add 116 Turnpike Road, Grafton, New Hampshire, for pickup and drop off.
Is this the emails you got on here?
They're in your packet. Yeah, the packet there, yeah.
I haven't got to that.
Okay, this is the one.
I haven't got the version of, without reading it. So-
Okay. This is for 116 Turnpike Road.
Can I just ask a question about
Yeah,
this?
go ahead.
So is this route, is this a new request? Is this why we're seeing this now?
Yes, so my understanding is that these three houses, these three requests that we have tonight were ones that were not put in before they published the routes that we had already approved. And so now this is like modifications that parents have caught before the first day of school.
Okay.
And so we have to approve because that's our policy that we've approved. So we're trying to approve and add these in there tonight.
Okay.
And so, yeah, basically, so for Route M9, she said at the beginning, what did she say?
Where is this?
And end of M9.
Beginning and end of M9, so that would be, I'm assuming, before the 20 Library Road
Emails here.
and after Island Road, Prescott Hill Road.
That's all right. These guys, that's all right. It's fine. I'm just looking to read it.
Good job, Tim, for knowing all
I don't know.
roads in all of our districts.
I know, right?
From M9.
M9, yes.
You're gonna get this next meeting too.
Well, yeah, we're gonna have to, we always gotta tweak things, for sure.
Are we doing each one individually?
Yeah, we have to look at each one individually. So this one is the one I have for M9 to add, 116 Turnpike Road in Grafton.
Where? I'm
So
sorry.
that would be the first stop to pick up in the morning, and then the last stop to drop off.
Where's the M9? Where's that located?
The copy of the route, that's also in the packet. You might not have got a printout of
I
it.
didn't get a print out of this. Sorry.
All right,
Here's M9.
I can't. Is that the first stop he's got to deal with?
well,
Yeah,
The bus driver?
it would be the first.
From the beginning
Not
and end of Route
Library
9.
Road. Yeah, it's perfect because he's right there. That's where he gets his bus.
that's way out in East Grafton. Is that where it is, or is it,
No, that's it.
which side of, it's all the way out in East Grafton, like closer to Danbury, right?
The Library Road?
No,
Turnpike Road, the new stop.
Turnpike Road.
Turnpike Road, that's at the very end.
Yeah, so that will be the very first one in the morning and the very last stop in the
Because he
afternoon.
grabs the bus right at Library Road.
Okay.
That's where his bus is at.
Okay.
It starts in the morning, okay? I know that because I talked to him last year.
So it shouldn't be too much of a hassle. or
It's
is
not
that-
a hassle at all. 'Cause
Great.
He leaves there and goes the way he goes.
So, in the past, when we've had these types of requests, we've had a copy of what the new bus route would look like, if I'm not mistaken.
For timing, you mean?
For timing.
Oh.
Because it doesn't match. Like, I'll approve it, I mean, I'll go forward with whatever Sierra says she's gonna do on this. She said first and last, but like, okay, first and last, so first thing in the morning, and then it's gonna be after Island Road and Prescott Hill Road.
But does that, right, like, does that bump everybody else back like 3 minutes or?
No, if she puts it
It'll
first
be-
and last,
Yeah,
she should
it'll
be able to
be-
make that up, because they'll just start 3 minutes earlier and end 3 minutes later.
He's actually going to get the bus in the morning right by the town office and going right to that first spot right there, and then working his way towards Canaan. That's
So-
what he's
Okay.
doing.
And the only ones who will be affected will be the bus driver and those kids that are on that stop.
Right,
Right.
because he's gonna start earlier and end later, so it would just be them.
Well, he ends the day right there at the town office.
All right, I can see how it is, and if that's the safest way, and if Sierra says she's gonna add first and last, I'm kind of just looking at a map where Library Road versus Prescott Hill Road versus Turnpike Road is, and they're all kind of close together, so I get it.
Trevor Road's down at the very end.
It's at the very end, yeah.
I do have an updated bus route with this on it.
Oh.
We did not put that out because it has not been approved yet.
Right.
The pickup time for 116 Turnpike Road is 6:55.
Okay.
The drop-off time would be 4 PM.
Perfect, thank you.
And
That's,
it's-
yeah,
and
thank
it's
you.
his
That's what I
last
was.
stop.
That's his
Yep, last
Yeah,
up.
and he's right back to the town office.
All right. Did anyone second my motion?
I'll second it.
Yeah.
All right, great. Bruiser seconded the motion to add 116 Turnpike Road. And so did everyone hear Amanda what she just said?
Yes.
It adds it in the morning at 6:56 in the morning and adds it in the afternoon at 4 PM.
So again, it's only the kids on that stop that
Yep.
it's affecting.
Yep, yep. All right. Any further discussion? All those in favor of that one signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions. All right, next one we got here, so that's M9. Let me get rid of that one. M1. So this is a request for a stop in Eastman. Can we can add it to M1. It will alter the route, so it will need to be board approved. This is going to be at Bear Drive Bog Road.
Yes.
I will make a motion that we approve as adding a stop to M1 to Bear Drive Bog Road.
Second.
All right, discussion. So this doesn't say where. Does she have an updated one for us
For M1.
for M1, Amanda? Because this is kind of in the middle and it will have a ripple effect.
Yes.
I looked at it on a map. I see how it works. I see how it fits. It makes sense.
Bog Road's not easy either.
No.
Yeah, Bog Road's not easy, and it's also down Bog Road probably 4 or 5 minutes, and then you
Yeah.
would have to turn around at that
At
stop.
Bog Road, at Bear
At
Road.
Bear Drive, and then come back.
In the packet, at the bottom of the email is the link to the bus route that is altered. But
Oh.
we couldn't post it because it wasn't approved, but it's
Oh.
on there. You just have to click it.
Wait,
This
in
is
the
just a
packet?
PDF, so.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh, is it attached to the email?
yeah.
Mine doesn't let me click
And mine doesn't let me click it.
So I can tell you that the Bog Road bus turnaround, 7:14 in the morning and 3:40 in the afternoon.
7:14 and 3:40.
What does that have for impact on the front and back end?
Everybody would be off the bus by 7:45 in the morning, and everyone is home at 4 PM in the afternoon.
Or how early does that shift?
How early does it shift? So the bus route would start at 6:50.
Okay, so that is a 10-minute shift.
Yeah, it's a 10
Because right now it has it posted as the first stop at 7 AM.
Yeah.
So that is, and is the first stop still on that one, Hardy Hill Road 4A?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a big difference to start tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a way to get a hold of that first stop route?
Well, everyone, yeah, and so what time do they add the stop? What time is the added stop at Bear Road?
7:14.
7:14, so that's a
Yeah,
good
no.
10 stops down.
Is it a group or is it like how many?
I think there will be multiple houses there.
That makes sense, because if you were in Eastman, you would take your kids all the way down to that
Yeah, you would
location,
go there,
and they
yeah.
would just pick them
Bog
up.
Road is terrible.
Yeah, it can be pretty
It's
bad.
all dirt road.
It can be pretty bad, but
Paved in the district.
that's something for the town of Enfield to figure
Paved
out.
in the district.
Not that much paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pavement.
Yeah.
I don't believe.
There was pavement sometimes.
There
So,
was.
all right. So that, I mean, I'm fine adding it. It's just that the word has to get out to these 10 families all along 4A, and maybe we add it after. I don't know how to do this.
Kids are supposed to be out, and they know in the first few days of school that bus routes are a mess. We'll be
Okay.
half an hour off either way.
Okay.
And the advice is to be out there, 10 minutes before.
Okay.
I will ask Sierra to make sure that they pick up the kids at Hardy Hill
Yeah.
in Route 4. If the driver needs to wait, the driver needs to wait till the
Yeah.
kids get there at 7. But my guess it's the first day of school, they'll be there 10 minutes early.
Super excited to be there for school.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're probably there right now.
Ticked off with
So,
They're probably
Oh,
over
for
there.
sure.
What are you gonna say, Jim?
so essentially, this is it's after the Palmer Road stop, is that correct?
I
On
think so.
M1? So
Yeah.
that'll be 7:13, so in the morning that doesn't change. So then, what was the pickup time at Bear Drive?
7:14.
7:14 and turn around.
7:14, and that's after Boys Camp Road.
Okay.
No, sorry, that's after King James Road, on Route 4A.
Oh, is that way? Okay.
Okay, so it's after 29 George Hill Road, and then it'll go, so George Hill Road, then they'll come back out to King James at 4A? Is that
Sounds
right?
like it to me.
And then they will go down Bear Road.
King James is one way.
No, it's not.
It's a dead end, isn't it?
It's a dead end, but they're all there at 4A.
They stand right there,
Yeah,
right?
they stand at
Okay.
4A.
All right.
Yeah, they stand at the end of the road.
They weren't going in there, but I just,
No.
they're stopping right there.
So you have, so anything from 1089 Route 4A in the morning is gonna be disrupted from this
At
adding the
first.
stop for 10 minutes, is that
Yeah.
right? So adding 10 minutes from 1089 Route 4A on is what will be expected with this new one, is that correct?
Roughly, I think.
I'm not
Roughly.
seeing a whole bunch of impact after the added stop for Bog Hill, Bog
Right.
Road. I'm not seeing a whole ton of difference. 1089 is listed at 719 on the old route and listed at 719 on the new route.
Okay, so from there on down,
Should be okay.
it should be okay, but
It's just on
everybody
the front
above
end.
that.
Right, it's on the front end.
Yep,
It's on the front end. Oh,
and then reverse on the way home. Every one of those kids will be home 10 minutes later than what's listed from that point forward, so from that point forward, so.
And the other thing is that route's only an hour as well,
Yeah.
isn't that true? So
Yeah,
that's
this
kind
is
of like
pretty
what
short.
we were looking at for the other bus routes, so it's not like super unfair for
Yeah.
this to be.
No, I think it's mostly just letting people know at
Yeah,
the front end that
it
it's
is.
10 minutes sooner.
We're just
Right,
talking about
that's-
courtesy.
That's all we're trying to, that's
Courtesy
all I'm
of the
trying to
family.
say is that
But-
it's gonna be a little bit longer.
Like Amanda said, first day of school, people know you should be out there early, be out there ready, be excited, that sort of thing, so. All right,
Bring balloons.
anything else on M1, adding the Bog Road, Bear Road stop? All right, all those in favor of adding that stop to bus M1, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, abstentions.
We made sure you had a motion on that, right?
Yep, I made the motion and,
Second,
Yeah.
okay, just checking,
yeah, oh yeah,
just double checking.
I'm good. I'm glad someone's at least
Bruce,
on his
there.
toes. All right.
Well,
This is the last one. I have a parent that works at the high school that needs to stop there for the kids on bus M4. She can add it to the end of M4. This will need approval, so let me go look at M4. This adds it to the end, and I'm assuming that the kid will be dropped. So the kid will be picked up, wait, let me see here.
at the end of the parent works.
Yeah, both
So
roads
the
are
kid is
working.
not a high school or middle school student, is that correct, Amanda?
It's correct.
Okay.
That would be a CS elementary school child. Parents have agreed that they are fine with this. They fully understand what the route looks like.
Okay.
Tammy Daly did a good job checking in, and everything is fine with the parents. They're aware of the time. They're aware of the time that kids will spend on the bus. So I would suggest to approve this one.
Wonderful, so this will start, they will basically, I will prove it, no problem, but they will, so I just want to make sure we're clear, so they are leaving, the bus is leaving here, going and get the kid at CES, going on the whole way, and then at the very end, dropping the kid off here at the high school.
No,
So the bus is picking up kids that would be on that route from the high school and the middle school,
Yep.
going to CES, picking up kids
Those
that
kids.
would be on the high school, middle, or the
All in one
CES
bus.
run for this.
Yep,
Then doing the
Do the
whole
whole
run, and then coming back through from, I believe, West Farms Road, and
Yep.
dropping the kids off at the high school.
okay, and then in the morning, they will just basically, get picked up from, so here's my real question, so will they the kid get picked up from here? And then
I do
taken?
not, this is a PM
This
request
is a
only.
PM request only, all right,
Oh.
thank you.
well,
That did not say that anywhere in there, that's why okay, good. All right, so I will make a motion that we add for a PM bus stop to the end of Route 4 here at the high school.
Seconded.
All right, further discussion on this?
so this is the parent that works here at the high school?
Yep.
It's literally
Yeah.
bringing one of their kids to school, right?
No.
The kids will get to school, and then the parent works late some days, so
Well, it's all right, no, it's
the kids
it's
will
okay,
get dropped off here.
that was my question.
It's the
Sorry.
schedule, Brewster.
It
so-
wasn't I understand, it wasn't my schedule, my answer, my question is, I always gave it to both Amanda and Joseph about bringing the kids to school. I didn't care, but they work here, so that's fine. When you think they need to come here earlier, I'm not against that, I just,
It's not about that, it's about the contracted time. So the high school teachers work until 3:15.
right.
And you can drop off at the elementary school at 7:30. So,
Yeah.
in the morning.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
So like, there's no way for like someone who works here to get to the school in
That's
time
right.
to pick up.
That's right.
Unless they could drive to the high school and get dropped off here.
That makes total
So
sense.
they have the option of dropping the student off earlier if they wanted to.
Yeah, that's been the case for, I
Yeah,
think,
no.
many years.
That's all right.
Okay.
I'm fine, I'm just asking.
Nope, that works, because it comes down here, and then it goes, Goose Pond, down Goose Pond Road, Bear Pond, then comes down here to South
Yeah.
Road and all that. Yeah, that's
fine.
great. So,
That's fine, they can go home.
great. As long as the parent is good with the kid being on the bus, hanging out from 3:15 to 4, that'll be fine.
They don't need a permission stuff either.
Nope, won't need a
It's
permission.
good.
All right, any further discussion on that one?
No.
All right, all those in favor of the modification to M4 for a PM stop here at the high school at the end of the road, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Abstentions.
Sorry.
All right.
But Tim, we're not done yet.
What? You
I
got
have one more.
What?
No.
You do not have this in your packet.
Oh my goodness.
It is an impact on,
The last minute
it's
request.
a New Hampshire Rule 1531 4A. First person to find it gets a gold star. It's an Enfield bus route.
15:30.
Oh, which bus route it's on?
Yeah. I think
M1.
it's M1.
M1.
I want the golden.
What prize? I said it first. What prize?
Okay, Laura, I will get you your
Okay.
gold star later. Absolutely.
All right, 1531 4A.
I want to sit out here and watch the buses come in.
That should be no problem. It would slot right in at like,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's easy.
yeah, we just modified it to bump it up 10 minutes, but that slots right in between them and the other ones.
So here's the tricky part.
Yep.
The bus is a group stop right now, and that stop is at 1520.
Mhm.
Yep.
So I have 1520 is on one side of the road, 1531 is on the other side of the road.
Mhm.
So there is some crossing of the road that needs to happen. The parent is concerned that this is a safety hazard
Mhm.
for crossing on 4A. But unfortunately, like the other bus route, 118, the bus does not come back around.
Right.
It's one way only. I did have butlers go out and conduct a safety audit today
Mhm.
at that stop.
Because I was going to say, could that kid walk down the same side of the road and stay on that side of the road and wait on the same side of their house until the bus got there? But if the shoulder is no good, then the shoulder is no
Send
good.
a
You don't want to do
police
that.
Sorry, it's
So
so
yeah,
scary
it's
with the shoulder.
probably,
That's what you do.
yeah.
So here's the information I have from Andy. It says the distance between the two stops, if we were to stop at 1531 Route 4A as a new stop, and at 1520 Route 4A, an existing stop, the bus would only travel about 50 feet. This could create confusion for oncoming traffic, as the driver will need to deactivate their lights, then almost immediately turn them back on to make the stop. The second concern they had was a student crossing the road. Regardless of whether we make both stops, the student at the new stop will need to cross the road in the afternoon, and the student at the existing stop will need to cross the road in the morning. The student at the existing stop is in high school, so them crossing the road is not as big of a concern as the first grade student at the new stop. Typically, if an elementary student must cross the road, they do so with the assistance of an adult that meets them at the bus stop. Our suggestion would be, rather than stopping twice, we move the stop to 1531 so that the elementary student can cross directly and go down their driveway, and the high school student could exit the bus and walk the 100 or so feet to their driveway while the bus has traffic stopped.
Okay.
So the bus would continue to have traffic stopped.
Can the driver?
Until the high school student does.
To their driveway.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes a lot more sense.
That does make a lot more
Have an older
sense.
kid walking along
Yeah.
these busy roads. I mean, we have them in every single town, but it's much better to have like a 15-year-old doing it instead
I mean,
of a 7-year-old.
Quite honestly, couldn't the kids wait at their respective houses when the bus stopped at, one of them? And then with traffic stop, the kids move towards the bus? I'm not sure, down the road. I don't know,
I'm not sure we need to split the difference.
I don't want to split the difference. Yeah.
I think the most logical thing would be a stop at 1531 to
Okay.
make that the group stop.
Okay.
And I think if we have a high school student, they're going to be looking at their license soon
Soon
anyway.
anyway. All right.
Good.
So all right, so I'll make a motion that we change 1520 Route 4A on bus M1 to 1531 Route 4A on bus M1.
That's the recommendation.
That's the most.
That is the recommendation.
That's the recommendation of
Butlers.
Butler's bus.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll second that.
All right, Scott seconds that. All right, any further discussion on this? Will we be able to communicate that to the student at 1520? I'm sure it's here.
Yes.
Will somehow. All right. Anything else on that one? All right, 5, the day before school. This
Wow.
is great.
Hey,
This is
Chris.
a record.
Okay,
But-
one more thing.
Yeah, what?
You know,
About this one?
If, on any of the bus problems, okay, here's the thing. If there's an issue with people crossing the road with kids getting in the buses and stuff. And the bus company, send it out to the bus company and tell them if you got a problem in certain places, let them know. And I saw that a while ago where a police cruiser followed the bus for quite a while on this bus route. And if anybody wanted to pass the buses when he had the signs out, well, guess what?
Oh, yeah.
He was tailing them behind the bus from a distance where nobody could see the cruiser, okay? And I noticed that on Route 4, because that's what they did in the Danbury route, going to Wilmot Town Line. So, just so maybe Michelle, you can let the bus company know that if they got issues with certain buses saying that they're not paying attention to their stop sign when they're stopping the buses, get hold of the police department in that town and see if they can at least go out and tail behind them a day or two to see what's going on.
It's a good idea.
Okay?
Dorchester has no police, but.
Well, no.
Every other town.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you're right. We can talk, but that's something that we as a board can talk to state.
We
police
don't
about.
either, so.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys don't?
No.
That's good, cool. All right, so we have a motion on the floor to add that. Anything else on that one? We didn't vote on it.
We didn't vote on it.
We didn't vote on it.
Oh.
All right, everybody, all right, so we're adding that one to 1531 instead of 1520. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, abstentions. Before I forget, I do want to just make a shout out to the chief of police here in Canaan. I just noticed the speed feedback sign. He parked out here getting ready for the first day of school. So, yeah, it'll be good. So we'll see. All right, next on our agenda, school readiness report. Thank you for your patience, man. It's all yours. It looks very nice in here. Like the buildings look really good.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think you guys all get my report. Perfect. I think it's fairly self-explanatory. I think the major project that I was really happy to get done this summer was the keying. We did over 700 doors in 3 schools that we got, not just new keys, but new hardware in those doors. So that consisted of both elementaries and the middle school, which put them on the similar system to what we have in this school. So there's a master and sub-masters under that. So emergency services only needs 1 key instead of 5 or 6 in some cases. So I think that was great. If you have any questions or comments, I'm happy to.
Yeah.
That looked great.
Yeah, no, this is awesome. I think you're right. I think getting the keys all and all that changed over is so huge from like a safety and security standpoint.
Yeah.
Like that alone is really, really good. And yeah, getting rid of the no wax floors, or getting no wax floors in to get rid of the wax. Like that's all good.
We're really moving forward with those.
Yeah, cheaper.
Just a huge paving project. That
How'd that come out?
It's
CES?
Beautiful.
Really
I know.
nice.
You need to poke in there.
We've lined the back side, so we can have 2 lines of traffic go back there now very easily. We got rid of that stupid dirt patch in the middle.
Yeah, good.
Like,
good.
it's gonna be a really nice travel.
I'll swing through there on my way home if it's not too dark. It's exciting.
Yeah.
You replaced the recess doors there. Those were brutal shape. Those were pretty getting beat up.
Those are getting beat up.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that actually replaces all the doors in that building now to better exterior doors. We're almost there at Indian River School. And we started on replacing some interior doors at the high school because those were not done during renovation.
That's right. That's right.
So we're starting in the gym because those are the worst ones because they get beat on by balls all day long and all afternoon.
Yep.
So we've done 2, one in A Hall and one on the corner of D and A, and those are not entry points, so we did not put door handles on the outsides of those doors.
Nice.
We found that with door handles on those doors, they would just mess with them, and there were constantly problems that I had to fix. So they are crash barred from the inside, so they're emergency exit. And, but we're going to continue on that throughout the building as the years go on, and we also upgraded our locker rooms with some rubber floors in the locker rooms because those again didn't get touched during renovation either. So those have a really nice rubber floor in the changing area only, with still the tile for the showers and stuff.
Good.
So
Cool. Questions? Oh yeah, one thing I just want to shout out. I did notice some notes in here, like from the HVAC automation and efficiency. Did you want to touch on that a little bit? I know Dan was working on a lot.
Dan, those were more of Dan's notes.
Yeah.
He's really been working hard at IRS to make better air quality in that building, and we've seen a huge improvement We were able to actually keep that building fairly cool this summer
Nice.
because of the changes he made.
That's awesome.
That building does not have air conditioning except for the main office, so we didn't bake out of that building like we've done in the past.
Good. And then we should see some savings from that because
We
instead
should.
of doing like crazy spikes
Yeah.
and like having to have the furnace go like this, it's more of a stable rise
Yes.
and can manage better and like hold the heat better and stuff. So we should see some pretty good improvements this winter. So
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. Any questions for Matt?
Yeah, I just,
You-
so Matt, you said the outside doors on the back don't have handles on them. Was I misunderstanding?
That's it, going into the gymnasium,
Oh, going into the, not the
Yes.
outside.
not the exterior
Okay.
doors. Yep.
All right, I was like, but if somebody had to come over?
Yeah. No, the gymnasium doors that are in a hall. And in
Good,
a hall.
yeah, that's great.
All right. Anything else? Who else got a question? Brewster? All right, go for it.
So the vans that are parked out here now,
Yes,
so if there's an event going on, are those gonna be parked out there during the events, or is no other place to park the vans?
that is where we decided to park vans because they have good camera coverage.
Mhm.
And we can see who is, because we were getting a lot of damage down below on the vans. From little dings and people backing into them. And that is we have not had anything happen to them since they've been parked in those spots.
Yeah, we did decide to have them park them up here for security reasons.
Yeah.
And for safety, so that way they could see it from the building, they could see it from being up here and for what you
So
said.
there's nothing down below, it gets parked down below.
Right now, we have a facilities truck and the old van, which is not in use other than by facilities right now.
You guys,
Those are parked down there, but we can migrate those to other spaces. They've been just down there for the summer,
Well,
so.
I was just, the only reason why I'm asking about the vans being there is when, it's when you have after activities.
Yeah, I understand,
And so I know, and it's a pain in the neck, I know.
Yeah.
It's a
I know,
pain.
I get the complaint about parking there all the time, and I go to a lot of other schools, you have to walk to get to their buildings.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of parking in front of schools,
Yeah.
so that's,
I think protecting our assets is important as
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not questioning that.
Is there any other place up here, up top, maybe in the back, that has camera coverage? I don't know if there's any other place, but
That
I
was
know that's.
kind of,
gotta be the-
I sat through, and we looked at cameras, and that was really, like, it had the best coverage, and it doesn't have anyone else that's really backing out.
Yeah.
Because it's just that one line of spots.
Yeah.
Well,
So you're not getting that.
You also have potential on it.
Yes.
You have people walking by it all the time.
Is it,
Yeah.
I don't want to add more,
We've also
I don't wanna
modified
add
those
more.
spots already.
I don't want to add more to your plate, okay?
Yeah.
But the only time that I would think that you need a huge amount of parking is when you have huge events up here.
Mhm.
Mhm.
All right, and we have that during homecoming,
Yeah.
during
Yeah.
that thing. If there's some reason that temporarily, when you have, basketball, when you have a huge event, basketball games going on, or whatever, and you have a ton of parking up here, if the vans could be temporarily, until they're gone, put over, maybe possibly over by the bus loop. The bus loop's got camera angle. I know that's a pain in the neck. I'm
I
looking
understand.
at, I'm looking at like at Friday night. Friday night's the worst case,
No, I get it.
all right?
I get it.
And all I'm doing is trying to look at it because they do have to, and we go right back to the security thing with fire protection and getting the ambulance in here and whatever. And they put the cones up and
Yeah.
that works out.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Those are also our busiest nights.
Yeah. Yeah, for you guys doing stuff, because you guys have tons of facility stuff to do those nights.
So we have already a lot of extra on our plate,
Yeah.
from setting up games, making sure the lobby's clean, making sure we essentially clean everything twice on
Yeah.
nights like that.
right, so then,
I'm not trying to say absolutely no,
Right.
I'm just saying realistically with what we're already doing.
Yeah.
To move a couple vehicles,
How many
It's only four.
vans
We
are
have-
we talking
we have
about?
five
Four
vans.
five parking
It's like
spaces?
four.
Yeah.
I mean, it's normally at 5, right?
Yeah,
It'd be fine.
and honestly, I mean, it's not like there's a huge lot to begin with, and people can, it's not that far. You guys are doing a good job of keeping the places clear, and the walkways salted and all that. I mean, it is annoying, but, you know, with all the kids, since times I've had to walk, and anyone else has had to, you've had to walk.
Yeah, I mean,
It
it's
is
like,
what it is.
for
We-
5 spots, I feel like it's not, the added workload, it's not like we're talking about like 20 or 30 spots.
It's not like you have a semi-park.
Yes.
Or like a full-size bus that's taking up 10 spots or something like that.
I don't disagree that there should be more parking.
Yeah, I mean,
here,
the parking thing
absolutely.
sucks
I think
for
we
sure, but-
positioned this addition the wrong direction, but that's another story.
It's an
It really is
expensive
a parking lot.
It's,
In any case.
the thing is, people don't want to walk from the IRS down to here.
Yeah, I know,
You
well,
know?
I know, then the only other thing that we have would be to look at tearing down that shed and having some parking spots there
No.
and moving people, then there we go, all right.
No,
So,
No.
that's the solution.
no.
All right, anything else for
Or at
Matt?
Dartmouth where we have to like get bussed in from like
Yeah, a lot.
across town,
Right.
and then they'll get all worked up about this.
All right.
And this is very impressive, good work, you guys.
Oh, thank
And
you.
do you know, is Jim, at the, Canaan Elementary School?
Jim is at Kane Elementary School
Yeah.
in the evenings.
So
We
I
have
was
a
really
full
impressed
new
with him.
crew down
Yeah.
here.
Nice.
I
So-
I went to the ice cream social and he came up and he was super friendly and he was like meeting everybody and talking about how excited he was to be there, and I
Nice.
thought that was really nice as a parent to just kind of meet
Good.
the crew
Thank you.
that's
That's
taking
good
care
to
of the
hear.
buildings, and yeah, it was really nice.
That's awesome. All right, cool. Anything else for Matt? All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, and here's to a great year upcoming. I mean, you guys got this place looking awesome. So. All right. Next, we have agenda items from next meeting. So committee reports, opening week reports, first day enrollments, field trip list, and budget committee calendar, because budget committee starts on September 15th, if I'm not mistaken. That's their organizational meeting.
Yep.
Valet parking, make some
Fun.
We'll also review policy KDVA,
Okay.
so that will come for first and second reading, because we did make some changes.
Oh, yeah, for the sign.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
signage.
All right. Anything else for any other agenda items for next meeting? Okay. Public comment? Hello, no one's here. All right, looks like we do have non-public, is that correct?
We do for hiring and a tuition request.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we go into non-public for purpose of B and C, hiring tuition waiver.
Can I say one thing?
Oh, yeah, that's okay.
Oh, for the budget committee, do we have anything worked out for Dorchester yet?
That's up to them. It's their committee, so it's up to them.
Oh, yes, we will be posting that, so if you do know interested parties,
Oh, yeah.
let them know that that will be posted at the Dorchester Town Hall,
All right,
as well as on our website.
Okay.
cool. All right, so I'll make a motion to go into non-public for hiring and tuition.
Second.
All right, Dawn seconds. All right, Diane.
Yes.
Dawn. Tim, yes. Joe.
Yes.
Brewster.
Yep.
Scott.
Yes.
Laura.
Yes.
All right, we are in non-public.
first football game.
Thank you so much.